I really love synths with a dual filter architecture that you can run in parallel. It's one of the things for me that really kind of defined the whole trance sound. People like to talk about the JP8000. It's a great synth, and of course, that was a big part of the sort of trance sound palette, I guess, sonic palette. But I think even more so was the Access Virus. And one of the things for the Virus for me was the filter section that you could do this kind of parallel filter section where you could run either two filters in serial or you could run them completely parallel and have a sort of high pass on one oscillator and another sound on another oscillator as well. So I'm going to take a look at just building a supersaw in the spirit of talking about trance. A super simple idea, but just going to spice it up a little bit using Pigments for this one. You can do this with any synth that does a parallel filter chain, but I really like working in Pigments at the moment. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you how you set this up. So one of the things that bothers me about supersaw sounds sometimes, especially when you have a synth with just a single filter, is you tend to lose the transient section of it sometimes. So I actually like to approach these sounds as a sort of two-layered sound, and you can do that when you've got two filters like this as well. This also Pigments the routing actually to set up two completely effects chains as well like that, so that helps as well with the sort of sound shaping at the end of the day. We can dive straight in, and we're going to use two different waveforms. I think that this will bring in an analog one for one of them. Actually, we could use both wavetables too, but it doesn't really matter. We'll leave that. Actually, we'll leave the analog for the outside one. We'll do something extra there. So let's just set up this one first. It's really easy. I mean, we're just looking at detuning the voice really, so we'll just turn that off first. And of course, it's a supersaw. We're probably going to want to play it through a arpeggiator. Right. That's the sequencer. Let's stick on the arpeggiator here. There we go. That's what we want. Let's first dial in just the envelopes here. So right from the beginning, I'm actually just going to add in some additional controls here that will be handy later on. So the idea here is that you want sort of a plucky component for starters, and then as you open that up in a build-up, it'll just kind of open up into this big wall of sound. So we'll dial in a macro here for this so we can automate that easily. And the best way to do this is turn the macro up to full and then change the sound how you want. There we go. Now you got your macro dialed in. We want to detune this a little bit more. We'll go voices all the way up. There you got your supersaw now. About there with this middle one. Now, the one thing that we're going to do here is we're going to use quite a different filter for this. I really like the effect that this gives you, and that's this this surgeon filter, which is a really steep low-pass filter. There's no resonance setting or anything like that. Take a listen to the tone that you get here. You can bring that right down. I'll assign this envelope. Okay, so what I'm going to do here with this one, we're going to assign another macro now, but we're going to use the macro as a sidechain for this case. So we'll put macro 1 is going to be our first oscillator's filter control. I'll set that all the way to 1, so it's the full range. I used the wrong macro there, apologies. I want that to go to... Oh, there we go. We can actually add a little bit of that macro as well to the actual cutoff itself, just to kind of really open it up right at the end. Because remember, we're applying the macro to the envelope amount. That's going to be enough for me. So we're not getting that massive open sound yet. We're close, but we've maintained that nice little plucky component now. Even maybe something like that. And if you wanted to maybe even go a little bit further there, we could also just add a little bit of extra pluck to this one here as well. With maybe we'll use this one here. And only this one's going to get it, not the second layer. So we'll just do a little bit of volume boost there on the transient. Cool, let's bring in the second layer now. If we turn this one on, see they're both going through the same filter now, which is not what we want. We're going to kind of have a totally different movement for the second filter. So you come over here and we're going to just basically split these to parallel. You can sum them pre-effects, but we're also going to split those out, so we'll have two different effects channels for each of them. You'll see when we come over here, oscillator 1 is now coming through this one, and oscillator 2, or engine 2, is coming through FXB entirely by itself. So you've got two parallel effects chains there. But we're still hearing them through that now. That's because we haven't dialed in the filter routing yet, and that's done on the filter mix settings here. So now that we have these in parallel, we can leave that one on filter 1 only, which is going to be there, and we can take filter 2, engine 2, and dial that straight over to filter 2. So now you've got a completely raw sound coming out there because we have that turned off. But it is all on its own now. So we can then dial up this one as well. It also lets us just kind of solo each sound, so we can turn off engine 1. We've got a little bit more with the detuning on this one. And we're going to thicken this up a little bit further by bringing in a second waveform. We're going to use the pulse width modulation on this. We're going to bring the width dial up to about here, and then add some LFO to this guy. We don't want that re-triggering as well. You can see how that's kind of jumping around like that. Let's set this guy to free running. Take it an octave up, so just got another extra bit of a layer there now. And then we're also going to bring some noise to, we'll run the noise into both of the filters as well. We'll use this white noise, filter it up slightly. That's really nice now. Okay, now the white noise is also coming through the surgeon filter right now. We're going to kind of have that sitting right in the middle, so each of the engines gets their own amount of white noise there. Okay, and our second engine, we're going to run through what you call a SEM filter, which is Oberheim filter this. The cool thing with a SEM filter is it actually has a variable shape, so you can actually go from a low-pass filter. But if you dial up the mode, you can go from low pass and it'll actually notch it and then high pass. So we're going to actually dial these both into... We're going to dial these both in together here. Okay, so that's our number 1. So we're going to have a low pass on this one too, but we're going to use macro 2 to control the second engine. Once again, we can open this all the way up. Let's increase this slightly. Okay, so we're going to open that one up as well, but we're also going to apply macro 2 to the mode here. So as you're opening that up, you get this nice kind of flangy kind of effect to it, and it's going to move all the way to a high pass filter there. And we'll go around about. Actually, in this case, we're going to do the actual cutoff lower, and we'll end this up on the high pass. So we'll end this up there rather, and it's going to actually have this shift now. So you'll see. I might do a little bit less of that. Start the resonance off higher as well. Yeah, I kind of like where that's going. We're going to get the brightness up a little bit now in the effects section when we get there. So now we combine these two together. We've got the ability to do that one, which is kind of the more open one now. And let's also just fix this macro as well. And just to add a little bit of extra sort of warmth to this or liveliness to this, I'm just going to use a random. Yeah, we'll use the random and stitch this to voice modulator instead. So each voice is going to get a slightly different value. And we'll use cycle mode as random as well. So let's take the random, assign this to a little bit of the pitch on this one. Slight bit on the fine tune. Sounding pretty good so far. I'm going to just shift our noise slightly more over to the. I should just give it a little bit more of a high pass there. Maybe a little bit of volume there too. Cool, almost there. Now, like I said, you can go into the effects section now, and we've got two different lanes of effects. So if we want to get that really kind of big, wide open, bright sound only on the wide open part that we're doing here, I mean, firstly, we could expand the stereo slightly of this one as well by using something like actually, that's not really. Let's leave it on that. We'll just go with the. I'm gonna add in a little bit of that. There we go. Add a little bit of like this multi-band. Just kind of gives you a little bit of a shimmer there with that. You can also do that with a little bit of EQ. Sounding pretty good. Now, I'm just going to tweak the other one slightly, because one thing with stereo sounds, it's often better to have the contrast between the two of them. So our first engine that we have, I'm going to actually bring down the stereo just a little bit and kind of lock it more into the middle. And the cool thing now is that we can actually play around with these in different stages. So we've got... And we can actually still maintain the percussive part of this now by bringing in this macro one. Still got that twang to it now. We can also just give this one a bit of a... We haven't put any reverb or delay yet on this. We'll just use the defaults that we have here. Might just turn the, see if there's got a little bit of a, no, there isn't really. We'll turn the damping down a little bit here on this one. And just turn up the sends. All right, here we go. So now we can also start this one down further. And a nice little trick to add a little bit of variation here is to add a bit of the gate length randomization on this. little bit more. So this gate length actually kind of makes a nice little rhythm for you sometimes when you're on this like more staccato vibe now. I'm actually not sure if you can assign this to macros. No, you can't. Okay, let's take a listen now to the final version of this. So you got that nice plucky thing that you can keep there now. And you can play around now with the balance between the two. Bring up the tail. Yeah, it's sounding massive now. I really like that. Yeah, and it's really nice to just have that little bit of a difference between the two. So you got these two elements that kind of make up the whole. I think this one is. We can also just give this a little bit more weight to it as well with the utility engine and just bring in like an additional sub oscillator. It's an octave down. Now you get something really, really huge and massive like this. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So Pigments, Supersaws. I really love this thing for kind of trancey sounds. I know I've been away for a little bit, but hopefully I can stick to my guns and keep uploading stuff at the moment. I've had a ton of other stuff going on right now. I've been working on a bunch of stuff that hopefully I can get out of the way soon that I think might be useful for the channel as well. I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, I'll actually put this up on my website so you can grab this preset. Let's save it as Epic Trancer. It'll be on the Patreon page, but you can also grab this from the blog as well on marillamusic.com. If you sign up for the newsletter there as well, you can grab a bunch of wavetables and some other goodies from the site. Right, I'll catch you guys soon. Till then, take care. Cheers.